looking for peace? Longing for joy? Want to meet the giver of all goodness? God is calling the laity to bring Ignatian prayer into a suffering world. Work for the new evangelization. Go to LordTeachMeToPray.com. Order your free digital training and manual. Find true happiness and everlasting joy. Go to LordTeachMeToPray.com and click on the red button today. It's free. Approved by the USCCB.
Hi, Adam Bly here, along with Debbie Georgiani, co-hosts of The Spirit World.
The next episode of The Spirit World is Open Forum. We are opening up the phone lines from the very beginning of the show.
So please call in with your questions. I work with priests on exorcisms every week, and Deb has spent years studying angels. We want to help you understand the spiritual world better.
Don't wait till the end of the show. Call in early. Listen to The Spirit World this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Welcome back to The Quest, an extraordinary journey where every step brings us closer to discovering God's love for us. Want to join the conversation? Give us a call at 877-757-9424. Absolutely. Yes, definitely a realignment. And it seems almost very, very obvious. It's not a subtle thing. And I think there's a realignment on issues as well too. I used to think of the Democratic Party more as the anti-war party, and the Republicans as sort of the war hawks. And there seems to be a lot more Republicans who are opposed to, foreign war entanglement, and the people who, I mean, the Republicans were sort of the invade Iraq, invade Afghanistan situation, and now it seems they don't want anything to do. Well, I mean, there's you can make an argument about Israel, but certainly Ukraine, it's not something that they want to participate in at all, from what I can tell. And then also the censorship issues. Democrats seem to be the ones who were, advocating for free speech and advocating for, no censorship, and that now. Yeah, and now Democrats seem like they want to control the narrative. They want to control speech. So it is absolutely a restructuring of the system, so to say. So it's very interesting to watch, and it seems like it's happened really quickly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. No, not at all. I think no matter whether you're happy about the election or whether you're sad about the election, you just have to sit back and see how this plays out, because I don't think it's clear how things are going to play out. Just because Trump picked people to be in his administration, they still have to be approved by Congress, and you never really know what exactly is going to happen. So, some people think that everything's going to be fixed, and some people think that it's the end of the world, but I think it's kind of neither. And I think we just have to kind of sit back and focus on your local government in the meantime, and we'll see how this plays out at the beginning of next year. So I think that's all we can do at this point.
This is Life News Radio. I'm Jim Anderson. President Trump says Robert Kennedy Jr. is his pick to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. Mr. Trump picked Kennedy after pointing to public health failures at the agency. Kennedy's position on abortion is troubling to pro-life advocates. On paper, he supports most all abortions, yet an opportunity may be had. He doesn't like government regulating abortion, and will soon discover all the ways abortion is regulated in his new department. And he admits to holding misconceptions about abortion, now calling some elective abortions very troubling. New York State has passed laws and a constitutional amendment that has not yet been fully tested in courts that are hostile to pro-life actions. So a new Compass Care Pregnancy Support Office may see the wrath of state officials, which will likely end up with all parties before the U.S. Supreme Court. This is Life News Radio. CNN and MSNBC are facing viewer abandonment as ratings plummet after post-election meltdowns. Ratings drops range from 1 to 2 viewers out of 3 and show scant signs of any rebound. One conservative social media provider alludes to new alternative media as offering a new golden age of media. One of the pro-life allies at lifenews.com is a group of so-called nons with no religious attachments. Sarah Terzo of Secular Pro-Life is at Life News looking at abortionist views on abortion. She tells how one abortionist says he worked his way up to late-term abortions and now passively admits to being an executioner, essentially relying, Terzo writes, on our death penalty as justification. For pro-life headlines delivered to your email address daily, sign up at lifenews.com. This has been Life News Radio.
You're listening to The Quest, a pilgrimage of faith. Have a question or something to share? Call the show live at 877-757-9424. Yes, I'm glad we're going to a break shortly because then I can't say too much about this. But yeah, it's tough. I think if you were to look at Bishop Strickland's scorecard for being Catholic, he does a pretty good job. And like you say, like Rupnik or one of these other guys, if you're kind of looking at what their Catholic scorecard is, it's pretty problematic. And so, I mean, if you really think that he is a schismatic, then why did he step down as a bishop when the Vatican and the Pope told him to? So he's being obedient in that sense. So, I think we need to, I think his approach was wrong. Would he be allowed into the USCCB meeting? I mean, even if he's not an ordinary bishop any longer? Okay. hmm Okay. Because I think this should be more directed, if you're going to criticize your fellow bishops, just like the Bible says, you should take it to them first, right? And not just go public with it. Even though there wasn't a good answer to the dubia years ago, I think the dubia is an appropriate channel to say, hey, Pope so-and-so, we'd really like you to clarify what's going on with this. Because we know that some of the language and phrases and explanations of things that Pope Francis has given has been rather confusing to some Catholics. So, I mean, it's not totally coming out of left field, but I think the approach was maybe not the best approach. So that's sort of my short take on it. And I love what Bishop Barron had to say. Yeah, I love what Bishop Barron had to say. I think people were kind of wondering if he was going to become more bold, and I think in recent years he's become more bold on some of these issues, and he's so great at articulating things that I think it's wonderful that he's really stepping up and taking a lead on this whole thing. So. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just like the president thing, I think we have to wait and let it play out, stay in our lane, pray, and sometimes that's the best we can do. Well, I try, hey, from time to time, what do they say? Even a broken clock is correct twice a day or something like that. That's my angle.